Hello, everyone. Welcome to the virtual players meeting for the Canon Gauteng Open and the Champion of Champions event. Firstly, to Pieter Verwey, Inus, Marais, and Carmen Oostenbrink, thank you so much for taking the time, guys. We'll try and keep this as brief as possible. But Pieter, if we could start with you, and would you mind just sort of running through the COVID protocols that are in place at the event and explain how the adjustment to level 1 has impacted what players will and won't be allowed to do at the event?
Absolutely. So in terms of the just level 1 and expansion of public gatherings inside and outside, spectators will now be allowed at the event. Again, it's a tournament environment, so we would just ask that spectators honor the conduct that we would want from a play point of view, but definitely very excited to announce that spectators will be allowed. The other thing that I can just touch on with guys is that we still have, as per the adjusted level 1 for gatherings, that you will still be required to wear a mask in the clubhouse environment, and it will be compulsory. And also we need to remind ourselves to have safe social distancing at all times. Then from a screening point of view, you'll be required to produce your ID and driver license as you enter Swartkrop Country Club, mainly for security purposes, but there might also be a slight delay at the club property because there will be screening done for all visitors and members and staff. And we will obviously also have, as per the previous events, our own SADGA registration desk, and screening will take place. Purely because we want to make sure that we keep tracing records for the trial.
Awesome. And then Inus, would you mind talking about what the changes to Golf RSA's regulations mean for the conditions of the tournament?
Yeah, thank you, Craig. And just to add on to what Pieter said about welcoming spectators back, we obviously love having people there. We love having families there, supporting our players. But may I add to what Pieter has said, please, spectators, the course belongs to the player. So we don't go on the tee boxes, we don't go on the fairways, we walk beside the fairways, we don't get near the greens. If everyone does that, we give the players the ample opportunity to play their game. It's their course for duration of the tournament. Now, Craig, two very important things that has changed regarding the play and COVID rules. And I've got it on the local rules. The guys will see it at Swartkrop, and I have confirmed with Swartkrop Country Club as well. And that is that you can handle the flag stick. You can take it out, you can put it in, you can keep it up straight, you can attend it, a caddy or a guide for a player. Please just wash your hands or sanitize your hands before and after you've used the flag. Now, the main difference, where for the last year and a half in South Africa, we have played placing in the bunkers, let me call it that, placing in the bunkers. That is now gone. It is now proper bunker golf rules again. In other words, the rakes are back in the bunkers. You enter the bunker, you find your ball in the bunker, and you play it as it lies. There's no placing, nothing. You are supposed then, you or your caddy, to rake the bunker once you're out, as we've always played bunker rules of golf in the bunker. So that's a very important change. And I know the guys will still probably get used to it, but I think most clubs have now already implemented the rakes in the bunkers. Let me just warn players that if they were to pick up a ball, because they're so used to placing in the bunker now, if they were to pick up a ball and their fellow players say to them, no, you can't do that, put it back. And he puts the ball back on the exact spot, that is still a one-stroke penalty because you've handled your ball while it was in play. If you pick up your ball and you put it in a one club length away, as you were used to in the past, and you play it from there, you will have a two-stroke penalty because now you're playing from a complete wrong place. So I just want to warn the guys, help one another, ensure that from now on in South Africa, we play normal golf rules in the bunkers again.
100%. Thank you very, very much for all of that info. Pieter, when does registration take place for the event, for the Gauteng Open?
So registration for golfers and personal caddies is from 3 o'clock in the afternoon till 6 o'clock at Swartkop Country Club on Friday, the 5th of November. So
And then,
1500
guys,
to
yeah.
1800.
And then, guys, just to add to that, if for whatever reason you're unable to make those times, please liaise with Zahn Felix. Her email is zahn@sadga.co.za, and just try and see if you can make an arrangement to actually register then between 9:30 and 10:30 on the Saturday morning. But yeah, preferably if you are able to make the main registration between 3 and 6 on Friday, please do so. Inus, so we've got a couple of questions pertaining to local rules, which I'd like answered if you don't mind. So if one finds one's ball in a flower bed, what options are available to the player?
Okay. Craig, what we've done at all of these tournaments, we have on the local rules that all flower beds or garden areas are a abnormal course condition, and the player can get free relief from them. Now, a lot of clubs don't play it like that. They say gardens are part of the course, but we have felt that with disabled players, specifically guys struggling with amputees, struggling with their prosthesis, to let them enter gardens and stuff might be difficult. So we have all the gardens and all planted areas, we have declared it as a abnormal course condition, and you get a free drop from that, from your nearest point of complete relief. Now, I know that Donnie or Don has sent in a few questions regarding this, and if I may just elaborate, let's just distinguish between what is a garden and what is just part of vegetation, which is part of the course. If you have bushes or you have shrubs or whatever, which is a normal of the course, that is part of the course. That's not a garden. You don't get free relief from a tree or a shrub like that. It is what we will call, and you know what gardens are, guys, on golf courses. It's a planted area. It's been planted by the committee. It's got flowers or something else in it, and that is a definite garden area. Now, if you find your ball in there, you find your nearest point of complete relief. You drop in that relief area and you play, and there's no penalty. If you don't find your ball in the garden, because that was also one of Donnie's questions, then there's two things that we need to consider, and it's similar to a penalty area. If we and your caddy and your playing partners are sure your ball went in that garden, but it's quite thick vegetation, you don't find the ball, but you're absolutely sure, and it can be nowhere else around this garden area, then you can still assume it's in the garden. You still get your free relief. But now your point of entry, where this ball went into the garden, that would be your nearest point of complete relief from there, and from there you will get your drop and you play. If, however, guys, you don't find your ball around this garden, you're looking all over, you're not sure, because you're quite far away, you hit a long shot, you're not sure if it went into the garden or if it's in the vegetation around the garden or the rough or wherever it might be, then we're not sure that it's in the garden. Then you can't get free relief as if the ball is in the garden. Then it's a lost ball. And a lost ball has only one relief, and that is go back to where you hit the previous shot from, whether it's a drive or a shot from the fairway. Unfortunately, and that is how gardens and flower beds work. And we give you free relief, but the ball must be there. You must find it there, or you must be 95% certain it is in the garden and nowhere else on the course lost.
Sure. And I don't know if you would be able to shed any light on any local rules pertaining to electric fences by any chance?
Yeah, very important, Craig, because this is something that we haven't encountered at any of the other courses we have played this year. And that is that Swartkop have areas where they have electric fences. Now, the guys must remember, Swartkop is also a residential estate. So we will find houses like we've had at Durban, where we played at Mount Edgecombe. Houses, no, you're not allowed to enter. It's forbidden to enter there. You're not even allowed to see your ball over lying on the lawn and go and fetch it. You're forbid to enter. So please don't go into private houses. Out of bounds is very specifically marked by either the fence of the earth of the private house or the fence around the course. And there are some of the areas where the fence is electrified. Now, again, as a safety measure to players, if you find your ball, and this will be on the local rule very specifically set out, if you find your ball lying on the course. In other words, it's not out of bounds, but it is within 2 club lengths of an electric fence. And in other words, your ball's lying there, you're quite close to the electric fence. The danger is that you might want to hit your ball. And if you go back and you touch the electric fence or whatever, you can get very severely shocked. So to prevent that, we established a corridor of 2 club lengths. So you measure out 2 club lengths from the fence, and that's your starting point for your relief of another club length. So when you're left-handed, you don't make an impact. When you're right-handed, will definitely not make an impact, and you drop your ball there for free. That is to prevent you from being in danger regarding the electric fence. So that's something specific to this specific course. We have it on the local rules, but that's how the guys will get free relief away from the fence. Obviously, if you've gone over the fence or through the fence to your ball, then you're out of bounds. It's only the ball that's lying in that 2 club lengths type of corridor that we want to give relief for.
Thank you very much. And Pieter, when can players play practice rounds, and how much would it cost them to play a practice round?
So Friday the 5th of November, tee-off times of the 1st and 10th tee have been allocated between 12 o'clock and 12:48. Members' rates will be charged at 220 Rand, including 20 Rand rates and river levies, and players need to book and pay for the practice round themselves.
Sure. And let me see what else we've got here. I think we've more or less covered most of it. And then just, guys, in terms of if you make the Champion of Champions event, or if you are in the field already, there will be a rest day the day after the Canon Gauteng Open, before the Champion of Champions event takes place on the 9th and 10th of November. Sorry, I'm just trying to check my notes here and see if there's anything.
Yeah, Craig,
else.
Maybe just one thing with SWAT
Yes.
cards are limited. I know we've had a great scenario previously where there were almost unlimited cards that can be booked. So cards are limited, so we won't be able to give cards to caddies.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, thank you for pointing that out. I just want to see what this note is relating to goodie bags. Yeah, so guys, there will only be each player throughout the series is only allocated one Canon Open Series shirt. So if you haven't played in an event yet, you will receive a shirt in your goodie bag at registration. And yeah, for those that have played in an event, in one of the preceding 3 events, please bring that with you and wear that on the second day of the Gauteng Open. And yeah, I think, to be honest, I think that probably more or less covers everything. Pieter and Inus, I'm not sure if you have anything more to add.
From a rules point, if I may quickly add, Craig, that I've done the first draft of the local rules. Obviously, we finalized that on Friday once we've gone to the course and we went through everything. I think I can say at this stage, having spoken also to the SWATCO people, there will probably be preferred lies. It is very dry. They have had quite a drought there. The course is very dry. And I think it will be necessary to have preferred lies for the players in play, so that everyone has a good opportunity to play good golf. But we'll confirm that on Friday. One other thing is that they have stake trees, and I'll check that out on Friday as well. They have stake trees on the course, and to protect those trees, and I have written it in the local rules, there is a compulsory drop. You must drop away. It's a free drop, but you must drop away from the tree. Take your relief and as free relief. Then normal ones, guys that I knew, we've put it on all the local rules at all the events we played. Please, you're not allowed to take any practice putts or practice shots on the green that you've just finished. Once you're done, get off and get to your next tee, because we've got the whole field playing, and we need to have a good pace of play and let everyone enjoy their golf. I will be there as a rules official on Saturday and Sunday as well. I think if you are somewhere on the field and I'm not quite close, or myself or Pieter or anyone that can help you, play your 2 balls. I have that on the rules as well. Come after the tournament, come to us and say what happened, and we'll help you to decide on what your score for that specific hole will be. But I'm looking forward to it, and I think we're going to have a great final round and a champions event.
Inus, just sorry, one final question here from JJ Buerta asking which tees the stroke player, the physically disabled stroke players will be. The deaf stroke play players will be playing.
All of the stroke play players, the men stroke play medal will play from the white tees. That's the club tees. The men's table field will play from the blue tees, and the ladies table field will play from red tees. So those are the tees that we're going to use for the tournament. Thank
you very much. And then Pieter, do you have anything more to add?
No, so I'm very excited that we're heading towards the crescendo of this series. So good luck to everybody. And as I always say, the only silly question is the one you don't ask. So even on the day before you tee off, any questions, we'll be at your disposal.
Thank you very, very much, guys. And thank you so much to everyone that tuned in, and best of luck for the event.
Thank you.
Thank you.